Somebody shout power. My name is John Stella and I trust the universe is helping you to shift from where you are right now to where you ought to be. That is why you came across this channel, and it is not a coincidence. It is God trying to align you with your next manifestation. If you know me very well, I teach people about manifestation, how to get from where you are to where you need to be, how to achieve whatever has been your heart desire. If you have been struggling with manifestation, this is the channel that helps you to become that which you want to be ultimately. So today I'm going to be helping you about visualization. So visualization, the gateway to manifestation. Now, can I tell you something? Visualization is when you have a mental picture of a particular thing. It might be your heart desire or it might be a future occurrence. But visualization is trying to have a mental picture of what has not yet happened, of the future, painting vivid imaginations. When you sit down to visualize, you're painting mental robust picture of the future that you desire or occurrence that you think would come to pass. Now, realize something about visualization. When you put yourself into serious visualization, you will discover that with time, your body starts generating heat. You will start sweating. At some point, you may even be trapped or lost in that visualization process. That if somebody just came behind and tapped you, you might abruptly be afraid because it seems your soul is no longer with your body. This is visualization. This is what it is. Now, the elites know that visualization is one of the critical components to manifestation. That is why they made it part of their daily routine. In the morning before they stepped out, they have a quiet place where they go and sit down, and they just sit down, they start visualizing, trying to get a positive mental picture of that particular day or that month. But the poor people, what concerns them, they just bathe and they stroll out from the house, hoping that something will change. Visualization is you mentally using your hand to construct the kind of future you want. Right now, you may be poor. You may not have all you desire. Money may be far from you. But when you sit down to visualize, you are creating your vision is creating a ripple mental picture. Your visualization puts you in a particular vibrational frequency. Haven't you noticed that when you sit down and visualize positive things about your future, you start discovering that joy comes up. You start feeling happy, passionate. Your life, you feel light. You feel very, very happy because your visualization, otherwise your vision, puts you in a particular vibrational frequency. Whereas when you think of the negative things, when you visualize the negative things happen, you now put yourself on the negative vibrational frequency, which creates a ripple effect that dampens your own future. That is why you must not mentally clog your mind with visualization that brings you down. Because the more you visualize negative things, the more negative things you attract. It is as simple as A, B, C. Make something out of yourself today, or maybe tomorrow. You might start today, or maybe tomorrow. Look for a quiet place. Just go down, maybe. And the first start, you might not take that long, maybe just 5 minutes. Sit down. Shift yourself away from every distraction. Sit down. Visualize. Start mentally constructing the kind of life you want to see. Just sit down. When you are making this visualization, don't visualize and start asking yourself, is it possible? No. your work in this particular moment is not to ask yourself if it is possible. Your work in this moment is just to free your mind and fly like the birds of the air. If you want to even visualize owning a private jet, good, because visualization is free. Poverty is lack of imagination and lack of visualization. When you visualize, you create an imaginary picture of what you desire. Visualize yourself in that mansion. Visualize all the rooms. Start imagining yourself moving around each compartment of those rooms. Visualizing your kids lying down sleeping and you checking out how they are faring. Visualize eating that which is your heart desire. Visualize traveling to different countries or continents that you have ever desired. Mind you, you may not have the money while we are doing this, but just do it. It's free. If you visualize all those things, you are mentally tricking your subconscious mind to see yourself as a wealthy person, because your subconscious mind doesn't know that which is real or imagined. Something that you will not pay money for. You want to be real you want to be poor in your real life. Even in your imagination too, you still want to be poor. Why? Why kill yourself? At least you are poor on the real life. So why not create that wealthy notion of you? Because can I tell you something? Life follows your visualization, your imagination. When you imagine the worst, you attract the worst. When you imagine the best, you attract the best to you. This is how life is. You must ask yourself, what am I visualizing? When you visualize negatively, you are putting yourself on the lower vibrational frequencies. And on the lower vibrational frequencies, you attract things that are not good. You discover that you will not be sad in your mood. Your moods will not be elevated. Ask yourself, what will I visualize today? How is my imaginary life? Nothing can stop you except you stop yourself. You can be whoever you want to become. Nothing inevitably can stop you. Poverty is a lack of imagination. You are poor because you can't imagine. You have been stereotyped into visualizing negative things because obviously and of course, you've lived most of your life in poverty. So therefore, it is easy for you to attract poor imaginary circumstances around you. But for you to change your life, you must change. Don't look for anybody else or out there to change. You must change. Change from inside out. To change your outer circumstances, you must change your inner configuration. Just like the mirror principle, as within, so without. As you constantly visualize, you are shaping your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind will now generate what it will generate to help you achieve that which has been your heart desire. It's a simple thing, but yet millions are poor. What will you choose today? What will you make your life of today? If you decide to imagine positively, you will create a positive field, energy field around you. But if you decide to think and continually imagine negative things through visualization, you continually generate that which you've continually imagined. See you in the next video. Thank you very much.